myself.
Alright, let me clap. So I know when to start this. Welcome to the cut, guys. How y'all doing? It's another day, another Sunday. Saturday. I'm sorry. We normally tape on Saturdays.
Bro, don't be running my weekend away.
You still got a Monday, even though you still got a Monday.
Whatever, man. I be telling folks, man, the worst thing about life is that you work Monday through Friday just to get to the weekend. So you just rush 5 days of your life away.
Yeah. You really do.
Damn.
On a constant.
I'm trying to make this
regular.
set up while I'm off on Fridays. I want to be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What you gonna do to do that?
Work Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
ain't no trick, bro. I'm just gonna work 4 days, bro.
Yeah, there's no trick. You just gonna work extended hours.
Right. Yeah. Which we already doing it. By the time Thursday roll around, I normally have 40 to 48 hours anyway.
You think them niggas gonna let you do that?
Nah,
They might.
They like him, man. His job, they like him.
Anyway, so
Until somebody get mad that I'm off and they still at work, that's what you get.
I mean, but you put in your hours. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself.
I can't say that to the project managers and
Yeah.
I work for a small company, so
Yeah.
Can't tell boss.
Yeah, you know them. You know them. I know them people.
yeah,
You know them.
Like, why all workers at home today and we at work?
None of your business, man. Worry about yourself. Anyway, we're gonna start off with introductions. We're gonna have you guys introduce yourselves. I mean, of course, y'all. You know me. If you listen to this for any amount of time, you know I'm your host. I'm Country Boy.
Not from the country.
I am country enough. Mason
You're
Dixon
not
line.
from the country.
From the Mason Dixon line down. That's me.
Have you ever had a blackberry?
Oh,
Have
blackberry.
you ever picked blackberries?
I don't even like blackberry. I think it's
Then
disgusting.
you are not from the country.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I think they're
How is
disgusting.
it they're not disgusting?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yo, I grew up on blackberries.
Did you?
Yeah, we used to go out and pick them. Still do. Try to get my kids to pick them. They looked at me like I was stupid.
They should. They should.
Why? It's entertaining. They're free too. Free blackberries.
All right, so we're gonna have you introduce yourself. I guess you can start, Ryan.
I'm Professor Ryan, aka Wicker Thurman. I think that's what Dave came up with last time. Because I drop knowledge 24/7. I got
I'm
plenty
surprised
of
you
it.
remember that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you remember
I
that.
had to remember something, bro. Every once in a while, I remember something.
Jay, the bad guy.
The bad guy. Tune in on Facebook. We always sideways.
Lock your phones.
And then
Lock your
I
phones.
got my
Like
lovely
the
wife.
screen.
She probably not gonna say nothing, but she's here.
Hi, Shantae.
Yo, we ain't got you
What's
no
it?
nickname or nothing?
No, she ain't got a
Take
nickname. Yeah, take cat.
Who came up with that?
She did.
It's Tay and then North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, but it just happens to form a word.
And sometimes I do Tay Mod. So Shantae is my last name.
Oh.
I ain't never seen that. I didn't know that was a thing. It's just now.
Just got it
I
formed.
just got it formed.
Usually.
That's
Let
on
me-
Snapchat.
Knowledge drop.
Exactly. Anyway, we're gonna do general thoughts. I'm gonna let you guys start. I know you got something on your mind.
Always.
Wicker Thurman. Tell us what you got.
Oh, do we want to go funny or do we want to go serious or how we going with this?
It's up to you, man. What do you want to do?
Whatever it is, let's keep it short.
Keep it short. Oh man, do I got a short funny story? I don't think I do. My stories get long anyway. Thank the SKT for that. That's my dad.
Oh,
I got it from him. He's a long storyteller. Man, that
my
cat.
dad's a long storyteller too.
Have you ever fell asleep while he was telling a story?
Plenty of times.
Oh man.
Yeah.
My dad would get up at work at 3 in the morning and like it'd be like day like this. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got nothing to do the next day. He would just come in there and talk to you. Just have a conversation. I'm like, nigga.
Hey, son.
He talking to
He's like,
when say back, I'm gonna talk to my kids. Hey son, let me tell you a
what you
long
doing?
ass story.
Exactly. I saw your light was on. Let's see what you're doing. We'll have a conversation. Talk about campus.
I'm talking about I'm sitting here trying to enjoy some goddamn banana pudding or something after dinner, and this motherfucker done telling this long ass story, and I'm like, bruh, shorten that, cut to the end, bruh, cut to the end.
You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't really say nothing.
I'm going to start taking this time.
Yeah. You in there on the game, playing Fortnite, you just talking to
Pause
him.
it. Dad, I can't pause this. This is live.
Wait. Yeah, you will. You pause it now. You pause it.
Then you unplug this joystick. See? Pause.
It's paused, huh?
You weren't gonna win anyway. Fortnite hard as shit. hard as shit. Have you ever played it?
Yeah, we playing Apex Legends. It's similar to Fortnite, but you don't build. You just drop in, find weapons, and then fight. You don't have to build. All the buildings are already in place.
Then you got that's for the Xbox only. And the Xbox only.
Xbox, PlayStation. Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I think I'm gonna play it. I've been playing No Man's Sky because you know they released a new service pack, a new update that does VR.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, so I got the VR headset and I'm like, nigga. It's like a brand new game. I'm having a ball, man. I'm having a damn ball.
Off the chain.
Yeah, man. Y'all need to get, you ain't got VR, you need to play it, you need to enjoy it, not that fucking camera shit. Don't shot the camera to your head, your phone to your head. Get a real VR headset, go somewhere and play it. It will change your fucking life. It's amazing. At least for me. That's what I think. You know.
So,
anyway.
Back to my general thought.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go serious side.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was looking on Facebook the other day and this chick was talking about, you know, she basically, you know how they superimpose two pictures side by side and then somebody else Facebook rant. Well, this chick was Facebook ranting about how black people will ask a person, how do you start a business?
Yeah.
And her reply to that question was, why don't black people give you all the information? Like, they want to know step by step how you start the business. And she was like, why don't black folks just tell people? And, you know, one of the chicks whose video that she stole was like, why should they tell you?
Yeah.
Because they started the business, they worked hard, they did all this work. What the fuck I'm gonna give you step-by-step instructions for something that took me a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of experience to learn. And then she showed another guy who said that black people ask people, hey, how do you start a business? And do that without trying to give any compensation for that person's experience and time. And he was like, look, you don't even offer a person a free lunch to give you that type of knowledge. She was like, well, why the fuck don't you give it to them? If you look at all these other ethnic minorities that come to the U.S., they will give you their people the knowledge for free.
Do they? I mean, I don't
that's what she was saying.
Knowledge, the platform.
But see,
it's already set up for you.
But see, I said that
gas stations and beauty salons.
Well, see, no. Here's the thing you gotta understand though about those immigrants. Most of the immigrants from here who start business and stuff like that, they were already rich where they came from.
Or backed by their country.
That's true.
Nah, not even backed by their country. They were just rich. Because think about it, to legally immigrate to America, it takes a lot of money.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot, like when you talk to a lot of these hotel owners, gas station owners, a lot of them, what they do is they live together and they save all their money together, or they got a loan for their country before they came here.
Yeah. Or they were rich when they got here.
Or their family had already made money here. And brought them and started the money.
But that's what I'm saying is that they are rich people. They're not poor people. They are not the people who are struggling. Like, they're not the immigrant that's working in the picking strawberries in the fucking field. No, these are people with some type of actual knowledge, skills, and abilities who just happen to save up enough money and were like, you know what? I'm going to come to America where I can make even more money than I could ever possibly make here.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. It's a lot of situations to it, but I saw the video you're talking about where this woman, she comments on two people's videos, and I think one of them was just hilarious, and the other dude was some black dude. I forgot his name. Nobody really like him.
You cutting out.
So, I don't know. It can go either way. So do I need to change this thing, or
you might want to put it in front of your mouth.
I don't want to talk to these people. Being antisocial today.
I see that. It's okay. We'll live with it. Shantae being antisocial, so you can be antisocial too. And besides the fact, me and Ryan will talk enough for the both of us.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I run my mouth.
Exactly. Anyway, you got any general thoughts, anything on your mind?
No. I did like the comment about that. I know we were talking about the other comment Dave Chappelle made about Michael Jackson, but I like the one he made about transgenders. If you can wake up and feel like you a girl or a boy, you know, what's to stop somebody from waking up and thinking they Chinese?
Yeah.
And have to walk around with their face looking like Chinese people face look all day. So it was just a general thing for me. Like,
yeah, he did say that. He was like, if you can wake up and say, I'm a man in a woman's body, what's to say I'm not a Chinese guy in a black guy body? I mean,
interesting concept, but way to minimalize a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like it needs to be said. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. He's going to look at things from a comedic angle. He's going to hit you with things that
But it is
to make you laugh.
But it is nice to see that he hasn't sold out because Kevin Hart would never try to tell that joke.
You know, he talks about Kevin Hart in the special. He talks about Kevin Hart. He mentions that Kevin Hart he got fucked over by the Oscars over a tweet he made 10 years ago.
And no, it was a full-on joke that he made.
Yeah, it was a bad joke. It wasn't very good, but that's not the point. The point is,
no, it was actually in his stand-up routine.
Yeah, he mentions that he didn't like the joke. That he was a younger comedian, and that it was not.
No, it was in his stand-up specials when he was actually
what
famous.
happened was the LGBTQRS community
Taking a alphabet like Dave say
from his tweet. So that's what he did it in his stand-up, like a lot of black community comics have. But even us, like when we stand around, I talk about my son with people that I know.
Yeah.
I would probably say some shit like that. Oh yeah, let me hit him over the head with this dollhouse and get him right.
Right.
And that's just a black father thing, at least for me anyway. I don't think nobody wishes that on their child that you got to go through this experience or whatever y'all want to call it of being.
No. Well, it was just a simple fact of me. I got no. If you're gonna say it and you're gonna do the joke, live with the consequences of it. Me, what I hate is nowadays people try to walk back everything.
I don't even feel like you should apologize. Fuck apologize.
Yeah, you should just.
I said that shit.
But the thing is, it ain't walking it back. Some people's opinion change. You say he probably met some good people that he respect, and if they change his opinion of the gay experience. So now you're like, oh man, maybe it's not so bad for my son if he is gay. So now you kind of feel bad about the joke that you made 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
maybe.
I'll say this. One, I'm not a big fan of cancel culture. I think it's some bullshit. I think the idea that you're going to judge someone with 2019 eyes by something I said,
it's
10 years.
It's called a purity test.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why exactly that's bullshit. Is because I don't have the same feelings about stuff from day to day. Yeah, right. From day to day, hour to hour. I might say something, you say, nah, nigga, that's not right. You need that. That's not right. And I'm like, you know what? You right.
I mean, just because like the other, 3 to 4 podcasts ago, we had a conversation about aliens attacking the Earth.
Yeah, I didn't even publish that shit because it sounded so terrible. Not the podcast, but the audio was like clicking and popping. I wish I would, but yeah, anyway, go ahead.
But the conversation we had, since nobody's heard, let's put it into context. Basically, we were arguing about if aliens attacked Earth, why would they do it? And and we were going, all kinds of different directions.
Yeah. And
one of the facts that was brought up was that you don't even know all the things that the aliens might know. Yeah. So they may come here to take whatever resource there is. And we were just going back and forth because my opinion was that if aliens were to come to Earth, whatever we got, whatever we would do, they would just try to find anywhere else. They would just they would find it anywhere else. They wouldn't come here to attack us. My whole thing was that if there were aliens, they probably would be more peaceful,
right?
Than aggressive. But then I thought about, man, these certain people are so aggressive that they might push the aliens to be extra aggressive.
That's true.
Because for instance, aliens probably would come here and be like, look, bro, hey, how about y'all we brought y'all a bunch of gold.
Yeah,
because they found gold on the way and they knew it was, important to us. We brought y'all gold. How about y'all take this gold, let us do this, this, and this, and we'll call it even. But I already know that if an alien ship came anywhere close to Earth, somebody would probably shoot a nuclear bomb at it.
Oh, yeah.
And blow up some shit and would make them so mad, they'd be like, look, we gotta take these motherfuckers out, because they bullshit.
They bullshit. And it's funny you mention that because we actually had this discussion at work, based on this podcast, because I brought it up that we had a discussion about if aliens exist and what would happen if they ever came here. And one of the things he said that really opened my eyes was water. Water is rare in the universe, and it's one of the things that prevents us from being able to travel far without being able to create water of your own. So if you were an alien race, the thing that would stop you from going to one of these other planets and come here is because we got a bunch of damn water. You know what I'm saying? And two, I mentioned that if we were going to do something, or if shit was going to go sideways, the reason why it would go sideways is because we're assholes. Like, you would come here based on peace and be like, yo, we chilling. We're gonna be like, nah, nigga.
Like,
nah,
nigga.
nigga.
How you gonna just come pop up on my land?
I've told this story several times about how pilgrims came here first, fucking white people. Yeah. The colonizers, ain't that what they call them?
Yeah, colonizers.
They came here and
that's almost a racial.
It's racist now.
Yeah, it's almost racist now.
Hell, I'll even take it back to fucking Africa. Think about it. When like some people say, well, black people sold other black people, so that's the reason why we really had, slaves. And I was like, well, think about it. If somebody walked into this house right now and told you, the man of the house, give me your wife or give me these two other motherfuckers that
let's do it.
Or these two motherfuckers just sitting at the table with you.
Yeah.
What would you do?
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm not even going to be mad at you. I'm not even going to fight. I'm going to just stand up and just like, yo, man, me and Jay, we just going to have to fight our way out once we get outside.
And that is exactly what happened to, white folks will tell you, hey, they sold slaves.
Your own people sold you. No, my own people made a conscious decision to save themselves and their family versus some other people.
They had a need for slaves. And when they were coming to you, you was either finding niggas to feed their need, or they was coming to get you. They was coming to get you and your family.
Not to mention that slavery was already a thing. It was just a different dynamic when it got to the Americas.
Right.
But people are already working for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't nothing new. It probably, you want my slaves?
And when the Europeans took hold, the Arab slave trade had already been going on at the time. They was already the roots and the set up. They've been doing it. They had been doing it. White folks got in it. When white folks got a hold of y'all, we grabbing niggas now.
Okay. The thing was, though, is that some of those other cultures treated their slaves way better. Oh, yeah. Because like most of them saw their slaves as what we would see, what we see as a maid.
Right.
Basically, I'm gonna pay you to do work. Whereas the colonizers saw you as property.
I'm feeding you every day. This is enough.
No, they saw your ass as cattle. Right. Your ass was you were a fucking dog. Or
I was thinking about that, and I was like, yo, you know what? We probably would do some assholing shit to the aliens when they got here to cause them to blow us all the fuck up.
All of us. None of us maybe because we got here.
I think they enslaved us.
Or that would cause them to be more aggressive than what they would normally be. Because like, think about it.
I'd rather them kill us. I don't want to be no alien slave.
I want to go up there and see all they know.
If they came here for peace, if they came here for peace, I'm gonna be like, yo, fuck all of them. Take me. I want to go.
And you know what I think what would happen was that if they were to really do us a favor, they would kill all these assholian motherfuckers and let the rest of us be cool, and the meat will inherit the earth.
Right.
So kill Mitch McConnell first off.
Yeah. Wow. First, start with Mitch McConnell. You turtle-looking motherfucker. Anyway, we're gonna talk. We are so sideways. Lord have mercy. It happens every single time.
I mean, that's why we can't get the podcast straight on.
Because it's always sideways. If you're watching, it's sideways because the podcast is sideways. But now we're gonna talk about something that my wife will actually comment on, and we're gonna talk about Lux retirement.
I didn't even get my general thought.
Do you have a general thought?
Okay.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Whoa, check.
Okay.
You got check.
Do you have a general thought?
No. I just wanted to make that aware.
I
just kind of skip right over me.
I didn't get one either. I was just moving on for the sake of time since it's been like 20 minutes. We're gonna talk about Lux retirement. So recently, was it last Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday.
It
was Saturday, Friday or Saturday.
Yeah,
last Saturday, Luck retired from the NFL, and they were playing a game, and the people on the coast.
Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
He broke the news at like halftime.
At like halftime, the rest of the Colts didn't know, and the fans found out during the game, and they booed him. I was like, yo, yo,
nigga.
And I know people are like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't boo him. But let's put it in some context. We was Super Bowl contenders. We was getting ready, Super Bowl bound. It's 2 weeks before the start of the season. Let's do this.
You retire.
And you retire. You like, oh word, we was gonna be good. Like I'm okay with you retiring, but you should have retired a month ago, 3 months ago.
You should have retired before the draft or whatever.
Yeah, before the draft, like.
But I kind of understand what he did.
Yeah.
Because think about it, he started training camp, and he probably felt, my body is good enough to do this work. But then guess what happened? As soon as he got out there, what did he do? He pulled he strained his calf or something?
His ankle.
Yeah, something bad happened. And if you remember, there was a guy named Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Who also sprained a calf. Came back and played in one game, half a quarter. And tore his whole Achilles, is out for at least 1 year.
Yeah.
And then you're going to talk about he's probably going to spend another year just trying to get back to what he feels like is normal.
Right.
So basically, he's lost about 2 good years.
Yeah. At the height of his game, this is prime years.
He's about to lose.
I was surprised people. How you sign him?
Who
You
Kevin
gonna
Durant?
give him money for free to sit on the bench?
No, it's a bunch of the goddamn money too.
Right.
Hey.
It wasn't even a little bit of money.
Because which brings me to another subject, which is they came out with a list of if you would start, who would you start a franchise with, NBA wise?
Right.
And they just listed out the top 10 players, and it was so funny. Somebody on one of them sports networks, I ain't gonna name, and I ain't getting no free advertisements. He was in a tizzy because LeBron and KD weren't higher on the list. Number 1 on the list was Antetokounmpo.
Of course, because Antetokounmpo is
Right.
good and young. He good and young.
2 was like
Doncic.
Doncic.
Yeah.
Then there was Kawhi Leonard. I think then was like Damian Lillard.
Over LeBron?
Yeah, and then there was
Wait, so you list them in the order?
Oh,
that people
James
say they were
Harden.
picking?
Yes.
How crazy is that?
James Harden
I
was
don't
like
like
number
that.
5.
Are we just saying people in their prime?
No,
No,
just
this
in
was who
general.
you would start a
believe.
franchise with.
Straight
Who
out
would you
the
start a
top.
franchise with
Right
Right
now,
now.
today.
with their age included?
Yeah, with all the factors that you know, who would you start a franchise with?
Oh, right now, no, that's different. Yeah, like
And
you said,
like
I see
LeBron was like,
young, though. That's
he was like 4 years younger.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be on board with that.
LeBron came in, I think he came in about like 8 or 10
Excuse me. I probably have to be mediated, but I thought we were talking about Andrew Luck.
I mean, we can talk. We can bring it back.
Oh,
We can bring
yeah,
it back.
I just spent
I
all.
was kind of like, okay, I was waiting for my turn because I was like, I got something to say.
All
I
right.
spent it off in this whole different
Sorry.
direction. Go ahead.
We are sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, this is my take on Andrew Luck. The way it happened, I mean, it's not ideal, of course, but I say that sports is a type of entertainment.
Right.
And we look at those people as entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
But when they take their uniform off and they go home, they are just like you and me.
Real
Right.
people.
They are humans. They have
Right.
their own set of problems. They have families. They have
Yeah.
issues
Right.
and all of that. And if he said he lost his love for it, so we don't know all of what he was battling.
Well, they did a list of all his injuries,
Right.
and some of them injuries, I was like,
The lacerated kidney.
yeah, when they said a lacerated
Yo,
kidney,
We need
Set
to have
of
some.
skin, blood. I mean,
Then he has some issues.
Yeah,
he
got a
just
kid
got
on-
married.
Yeah, and he's got a kid on the way.
Yeah,
And,
Chris
you
White
know-
was looking at him like,
And now you see these guys that are, in their 40s and 50s, they're limping.
Yeah.
They're suffering from memory loss,
Yeah,
cognitive issues.
yeah, commit suicide.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So, there's a bigger picture outside of football.
And he's only 29.
And that was funny. And that was funny because there are a couple of people who said that we may start seeing a trend of more NFL players opting to retire after suffering all these injuries versus trying to be a Tom Brady and play until you like 50.
Right.
You
If
know
you
what I'm
wise
saying?
with your money, you should probably be out
I
there.
feel like
you hit your prime and just
Yeah.
go
If
enjoy life.
about 32, 33 is like, alright, it's time. Especially if you're healthy. Like, I feel generally
That's
healthy. I
good
feel
too.
generally. I feel
Well,
pretty
see,
good.
some people, like for
It
instance,
also depends on what you're playing.
Well, see,
What
remember-
position you're
My
playing.
thing is, if you
Calvin
play
Johnson,
4 years
remember?
of high school, 4 years of college.
Yeah.
And then you get to the NFL.
Well, 3 years of college.
3 years of college.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
should
7
do-
years.
you should do.
Middle school.
Let's treat it the same. Have a 4-year idea to get out this thing. 4 years, make you $100 million. Go do something.
Well, see, I think the problem with that is that like only certain people make
Yeah.
all of the money.
Yeah.
So, like for instance, one of my cousins, she had one of her baby daddies was a professional football player. He played on the line for like the Vikings or something.
Right.
He still made about like 6 figures,
Right.
but he wasn't a star. So he was just one of the regular run-of-the-mill players, and he was making a veteran minimum, which was I think at that point in time like $400,000-$500,000 a year, which is still
My
good ass
thing
money.
is,
Oh,
you
yeah.
making $400,000-$500,000 a year for 10 years. That's a lot of money.
But see, the thing about it, he didn't play for 10 years.
Yeah.
He made a veteran minimum for like about 3 before he was finally
Let me-
replaced by somebody
Yeah,
And you
else.
gotta get that pension.
So,
You
but,
gotta play at
But
least
yeah,
4 years.
yeah, you gotta get
but the thing
And
is, you say
the average life expectancy of a player, not life expectancy, but career expectancy of a player is I think 2 to 3 years. Most guys don't make it.
Yeah,
They
so,
don't-
but
they don't make it to their
You
pension.
said the league minimum around 400,000, so you
Yeah.
bring it
Yeah,
home
like
about
400,
what,
500,000.
250, 300.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So you make about just shy of $1 million for
Yeah.
3 years.
Well, see, yeah, I mean,
You can live for about 10, 15 years doing nothing. off of
yes,
it.
being smart, you possibly could because, like you said, like take for instance one of the Panthers players who was on a veteran minimum,
Yeah,
and he went and bought him a little house out here in Fort Mill, Concord, wherever with us, and he would only spend $250. He basically be set up for life off that money,
but
but that's not what they do.
that's not what they do.
No.
Which and this brings us to a different subject of you got to understand that these guys are kids, and a lot of them are coming from. I mean, not that they were poor, but they were coming from where they didn't have this much damn money. You know what I'm saying? And if that you give me that much money, I'd have fucked it up. I promise you, I'd have fucked it up.
I mean, of course. I mean, like you think about how many times you've been at the strip club.
Yeah.
And you
Make
trying to
it
take
rain.
care of mama, you trying to take care
Oh,
of
yeah.
baby, and
You know,
I-
baby mama.
But is
and-
that not how you take care of your money though? Like you said, if I got my mama, I say I got a baby mama, y'all finna stay in the same house. We're gonna get this little $250,000 house. They
Oh
got 5
hell,
bedrooms.
There you go.
that's not how it works.
There you go.
You make a decision.
That's not how it works.
If you can't deal with it, we ain't finna go broke.
Now remember,
Nah.
you're talking from experience and having a
Or
little bit of
would you
knowledge.
say leave mama at home? You can get mama shit in Mississippi. I can get mama a nice house for 50 and move
Did
baby mama out here for
did
250.
your mama want to be in Mississippi, or did she want to be here in North
Yeah,
Carolina?
sometimes it ain't about what you want.
Okay. I'm dancing.
But see again, you're speaking from a different place
Right,
than
I'm
what
older.
most of these
Right.
people are coming from.
Yeah.
Because I think about myself at 18. Hell, I would have been.
You like 21.
Okay, fine. And me at 21, I would have did some of that stupid shit too. Cause
Yeah.
like, if you would have gave me $500,000, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay in a condo in Uptown, and I'm gonna be right there
Ballin'.
next to
You
the
ballin' out of
the
control.
club.
Lambo.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go get that BMW 8 Series.
Yeah,
with
you
the
think the money gonna last always?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna last forever?
And then, they
21,
don't
I
think
would
about the
do
stuff
that.
because they gotta pay their agents and,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
it's stuff you don't think about.
Your agent get a 10% cut, and then you got a publicist, you got a media relations
A
person,
lawyer,
the lawyer. He ain't free.
No.
You know.
No, I wouldn't have none of that. I was just thinking about it. 21. Because it's
Yeah,
not because I grew up.
But
stingy.
again,
There are some guys who do negotiate their own contracts. They don't have. Some guys don't have.
And like I said, unless I was LeBron, I don't need none of that. Look, man, this is what the minimum is. Can you give me a little bit more? No, all right, that's
Yeah,
all
but-
I'm worth. I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna cut you 10% of some
but
shit that I
remember,
already know.
but
It's
also
just not
remember,
gonna happen.
but remember,
Makes sense.
you went to school to learn. You didn't go to school just to play ball.
What did Isaiah Ryder go to school for? Underwater basket weaving.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
because I knew a bunch of football players when I was
I mean, I
in
understand what
college
you're
who
saying.
went
Not
to
everybody was smart.
who went to college for not physical therapy because that would make sense.
Kinesiology.
No, it's another. It's a basically the only thing you can do with this degree is be a gym teacher.
I think Cardell Jones. What did he say when he was at Old State? We didn't come here to play school. I came here to play. I came here to play football.
Yeah,
not
so
play
so they were getting degrees in weightlifting, or
school. You can get a degree in weightlifting.
they would get some degrees.
Make it
You-
up.
What the?
Realistically,
What are you
an athlete,
what are you
physical
doing with
therapy.
that degree?
Yeah.
Go
I mean, I'm saying though, I would
work in the gym.
You work at Planet Fitness? You could have did that without a degree.
As a matter of fact, it was so funny because when I was in school, some of my friends, they took a class called weightlifting. That was a class. And they were in the class with a bunch of football players. And basically what you did for the class was lift weights.
Is that a bitch?
That was what the whole class consisted of, lifting weights. Different ways to lift weights.
That's a good damn class.
I mean, yeah, but like, what does that class get you?
That class in high school.
I mean,
I had that class.
it's a nice elective, but these guys were taking it as a core curriculum.
Yeah. Did you actually give me a drink?
Yeah, it's in the refrigerator.
I got you.
Oh, bet.
It's a cherry Pepsi.
No, it's a cherry Coke.
Oh, it's a cherry.
Oh. Yeah.
But I mean,
If I know you want to check, go out, buy. I got a bunch of it at the house.
Do you really?
but back to it, I really do
That's my
think
vice.
I really do think Andrew Luck.
Still on sale here, too. For like $2 a six pack. I'm sorry.
We sorry. Go ahead, babe.
I'm with her.
Andrew Luck. I don't blame him. That's not.
Go ahead.
But I mean, it's
Get you yours.
you know longevity. You know, you don't want to be like we saw Julius Peppers at brunch.
Yeah.
Where?
In Valentine, maybe like last year.
He was still playing at the time.
And I remember he got up and he was limping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, you know, and I'm like, okay, he's late 30s, he's like 37, 38,
Yeah.
you know.
He got young kids.
Yeah, and he limping. And you just, I mean, granted he was tall and he was kind of snug in the booth, but, and Julius Peppers never had a serious injury.
Just that wear and tear.
It's just that simple wear and tear. And then you got guys that have these catastrophic injuries or serious, you know, things that happen to
Brian
them.
Shazier.
Not believe.
If I was any relation to him, I would slap his ass.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, you was in the hospital for what, like 2 or 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to
Motherfucker, they
relearn how
had
to
to-
walk. You had to relearn to walk.
Like, they had to reconstruct your fucking spine. Go sit your ass down.
Yeah, he on the because you know the Panthers played the Steelers the other week,
And
last weekend. He was there on the sideline. I'm like, word.
But like, and didn't he play for like 3 years? So like,
Yeah.
don't he get the pension?
Mm-hmm.
Go sit your ass down, get your little check. We'll find you something else to do to occupy your time.
What?
A little check.
What little check?
You say you got
Pension.
You know you got a certain age to collect. Though. I think it's like 55 or something before you can elect, and they send you money every year.
Some tens of thousands.
Yeah, it's enough. It's enough to live on. You ain't gonna be rich.
Well,
I'm trying
Like
to
probably
figure out
like
if-
us,
I'm trying to- yeah, that's what
like
I'm trying to
our
figure out.
like our salary.
If I scratch that million, I think you can make for playing 3 years at the lowest position.
Now what you need to do
Make it to
is
55.
be like a long snapper or a kicker.
Right.
You can make you some millions. You chilling. You barely work out. You don't even sweat. You don't need to do nothing.
Yeah, I said that's the one thing that I should have done. I should learn how to kick a goddamn
Well, if you're the
football.
kicker now, you got to better lay that wood, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta be able to lay that wood.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you
you
wanna
gotta be
be
a
like-
good kicker.
If you want to be like your boy, what's the guy's name who lays motherfuckers out? The kicker.
Oh,
He had to be
yeah,
kicking
yeah.
for the Giants.
I know you talk about. I don't remember his name, but I remember the kicker that laid dudes out.
I'm talking about like he was. They got a whole highlight reel of his ass. I'm like, you know, you doing
He
something
brought
right.
out somebody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this dude
He
was.
hit somebody for the Panthers a couple years ago. I don't know who that guy was, but he scooped him. Anyway, to wrap up, look, I understand why he retired. I'm sure he got injuries on injuries. That shit hurt. He ain't never healthy. Like if you play football for any length of time,
Yeah.
you don't even know what healthy is because you never really healthy. You know what I mean?
And that's what he said. He said it was just it's a cycle of, you know, injury, pain, rehab. You know, it just goes on and on.
You just gotta say 2 words: lacerated kidney.
Wow.
Like what the fuck is that? Like I don't think I've ever had an
Leaking
injury
blood.
anywhere close to a lacerated kidney in my life. I don't think nothing I've ever done has
I've
caused
been
me.
calling him from the bed. Hey man, I'm done. I can't play with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm
He
straight.
came back.
You know,
lacerated kidney.
It's funny you guys talk about that because I remember when I was playing football in high school, and I remember the moment I was like, "Yo, fuck this shit. Like, I don't want to do this no more." Like we were playing, I want to say it was either Harding or West Charlotte or one, and then we were going up against this running back. He was a grown ass man, like with a beard and a day job. And you know what I'm saying? Like a life. He got kids and a wife. And he must have been like 225. He must have been 225, 230. He had a like fucked up running back nickname like Tank or Destroyer. You know? And at the time,
Marine.
exactly. At the time, I'm like 155. You know what I'm saying? Wet. And I was playing free safety. He broke through the line. And he was coming at me. And you know that, safety.
Yeah,
I got to hit him. I'm the last line. And I made the mistake of stopping. I've stopped my...
Broke down.
Yeah, I broke down. And instead of...
because
because what you're supposed to do, you keep your feet moving, and you're supposed to run through the tackler, wrap up, twist. No. I stopped and sat down, and he came right the fuck over and kind of like stepped on my chest on the way out. He took my momentum and knocked me down, stepped on my chest on the way out, and I was like...
Looked at you on your
Yeah, looked at me like, we about to be eye contact. And I remember thinking, yo man, fuck this. I'm done. This shit sucks. I'm not, what am I doing here? Well, I'm doing this for free. I got ran over for free.
That's what somebody takes. Real.
Exactly. He probably went to college and used me to get into college.
See what I did this
Yeah, you see I ran a nigga over?
That is crazy, and again,
And sad.
get your ass ran fuck over. I remember one time I got ran over, and motherfucker, have you ever like hit the ground and slid? Like on dirt, and like I wasn't even in the game. We was just playing for fucking fun.
Oh.
And at that point, it kind of dawned upon me like, yeah, I will never be an NFLer because this cat ran me the fuck over. I slid on the grass and had a like fucking grass stain on my back. That's like, and then when you think it would dawn upon me, you know what? I am never playing football again.
So I guess we're gonna transition something more compelling, something
more
better,
fun,
something more fun.
Please give me a happy memory to end this.
Yeah, we're gonna say
y'all got me flashing back to some bad memories.
Yeah, bad memories, getting ran over by some nigga named Tank or Destroyer or some shit. Anyway, we're gonna talk about chicken sandwiches. Chicken sandwich. I know.
Man, fuck Popeye.
Okay, first Popeyes had a new chicken sandwich.
And they ran the fuck out.
And they ran the fuck out, and it's amazing. And you know,
I
before
didn't get one.
Before we get started,
This nigga had 4.
did you really have 4?
Yeah, 4 or 5 one time.
Okay.
I was
Motherfucker.
eating them things before they was nice.
Oh man.
If you guys are asking why you ain't get no chicken sandwich,
This nigga
right here.
While y'all was waiting for somebody to tell y'all the chicken sandwich was good,
No.
I was already eating that thing.
No. Here's the funny thing. The week before it popped off, Shantae was like, "Yo, I've been hearing about this chicken sandwich from Popeyes. I think we need to go." And I was like, "Okay, I heard a little bit. Let's go. Let's check this thing out." So we went and had it. Was like, "Nigga, this thing is legit." Like to the point we took a picture, we put it on Instagram. We was like, "Yo, get this shit." And the next week,
Here's the thing. I was like, yo. I went by Popeyes one day. And, there was a bunch of motherfuckers in the parking lot. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm not gonna get out there and fight these people for this chicken sandwich. I was like, I'll just wait for, some of the luster to die down.
Yeah, to die down.
As soon as the luster died down and it was pretty much you could go in there and actually get something, them motherfuckers said ran the fuck out.
That's why the luster died down.
That's why I love to die down. That's why it's no line.
Yeah.
The one on South Boulevard had a line down the street to get a chicken sandwich. I'm like, I wanted to tell him, I was like, yo, this chicken sandwich is delicious. I want you all to know, but it ain't 30 minutes waiting in line delicious. Like, you gonna get it, you're gonna be like, it's a chicken sandwich.
We waited about 10 minutes, and when we got ours, it was probably about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, about.
Cause we got it one day after church. We were like, let's let the chicken sandwich be our lunch. Because we've been out of town a lot this summer, so we were like, let's wait. During the week, we try to eat moderately. I won't say healthy, but on the weekend, that's when we kind of just eat whatever. So when we went, there was a little line. I won't say we drove right up to the menu. We waited probably about 10 minutes, maybe about 7-8 minutes to take our order. And then when we pulled up to the window, we waited maybe another
Those niggas were slow.
3-4 minutes for our chicken sandwich. But when we got in line, there was probably like 3-4 cars, so it wasn't that bad. But we ordered spicy, but they gave us originals.
Yeah.
But it was still good.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't even complain. Like,
y'all have an experience with spicy?
No.
nah. Now here's the funny
We
thing.
thought we had spicy, and I was like, I don't think
Seeing
we
this
really.
white mayo, I'm like, no, this is a regular sandwich.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling you the funny thing about this chicken sandwich, and getting it spicy. Like, I was mad. I was like, yo, what the fuck is taking these niggas so long with my sandwich? Like, what is y'all in there doing? But the sandwich was so damn good, I couldn't even be mad. Like,
really that cooking thing.
yeah, like I'm like, yo, what's going on with y'all? Y'all need to get it together. Damn, this is good.
So when I took the bite, I was like, watch me not be all that impressed with it. When I took the bite, I was like, oh shoot.
Am I not the only one? I like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A.
I think Chick-fil-A is good.
I don't like Chick-fil-A.
But
I'm one of those people who.
You don't like Chick-fil-A?
No.
Why?
It's not, because it's not that good.
I love it.
Like me, I've had better chicken sandwiches from like Ruby Tuesdays.
Oh God.
Wow.
I ain't never had Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
I've had better chicken sandwiches at Old Charlie's.
Oh Lord.
I feel like
I've had better chicken sandwiches.
But those are really restaurants. We talk about fast food.
Wendy's
I think
has a better
Chick-fil-A
chicken
chicken
sandwich.
Now I've heard people say Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Arby's has a better chicken sandwich.
What about Zaxby's?
Zaxby's? Everything about Zaxby's is better
Zaxby's
than
does have a
Chick-fil-A.
good chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I ain't
Here's
gonna
Because
say
everybody's talking about.
that Wendy's chicken sandwich is dry. I ain't
Because everybody's talking about, even throwing Bojangles in there.
Bojangles sucks.
But
I like Bojangles. Not a chicken sandwich.
I was like, I haven't heard anything about
Fuck
Zaxby's.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not throwing Zaxby's, but I like Zaxby's.
Here's the problem.
Chicken wings.
Here's the problem with Zaxby's.
The South.
If you've ever been to a Zaxby's, they have the same kind of cult following that Chick-fil-A has. It's just not as big. So like if you go to Zaxby's, you will experience the same type of customer service. You will experience the same type of you will experience the same type of wait.
It is fast. It's pretty quick.
But Zaxby's just doesn't have as large of a footprint in most of the places where we travel.
And well, Chick-fil-A is nationwide, where I think Zaxby's is mostly
Regional.
South,
Yeah.
East.
Yeah, it's
And
regional.
South,
Hey, it's funny to see Popeyes work on Chick-fil-A's plane for just a week. For just a damn week. Like they were struggling with being I know that was a chicken sandwich. It had me. I'm hungry too. Slobbing over here. But they were working on Chick-fil-A's plane for just a week. Just a week or 2 weeks.
Like to have that drive-through wrapped around.
Exactly. Just 1 week of seeing what it's like. And they were posting memes and pictures, and it was like, it's like, Lord, I'm tired.
And they were taking shots.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying that
on Twitter?
When I saw that, I was so too.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't think they actually did that. I thought that was somebody memeing them. But when you figure out it's actually them, going back and forth, it's really Wendy's too, because Wendy's Twitter is like reckless. They reckless.
Oh,
she said, y'all out here arguing about which of these two fools got the second best
chicken sandwich.
Y'all must be thirsty. Y'all must have ate one of our biscuits.
Right.
When I tell y'all, Wendy's, whoever is in charge of marketing at Wendy's has the best Twitter account ever. It's like those people. They think about that shit. They be like, you know what? I'm gonna hit somebody.
You know what the worst part about Wendy's and their Twitter being that good is I feel like it's wasted on Wendy's. I feel like Wendy's food,
worst food.
Exactly, their food can't live up to how good their Twitter is.
The last time I had Wendy's.
I'm trying to think of what's good from the best thing about Wendy's to me is that cheap ass 4 for $4.
No, yeah.
You get the food.
I like that chili.
Their chicken nuggets are pretty good.
You know what the chili is? The chili is
old
old hamburgers.
If I could get Wendy's to fix their fucking fries, they would be awesome.
I damn near grew up on their $4 menu. Like I would go there and give me a biggie hamburger, a biggie fry, and a biggie drink and some nuggets. Nigga, that's $5. I'm good.
Remember when the biggie drink was actually like huge?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
you would drink. Oh man. Remember when they used to actually give you a Biggie size Frosty?
Yeah. I remember when the Biggie was on the dollar menu.
Ooh.
You remember the Biggie fry and the Biggie drink were both on the dollar menu?
Yo, and the double stack?
I used to get the baby
Man.
We just tear them double.
I used to tear them up.
Bro,
$5 like a champ.
Look, when we was at State, the Wendy's on campus did not serve the 99-cent double stack. You had to go to the Wendy's off campus to get that.
You on there with a 5,000 broke students? You know that Wendy's line was around the corner in the.
and we were all getting the same thing because they did have a junior bacon cheeseburger on the 99 cent. So we would get fries and a drink.
You go in there, spend $3 to sit your ass.
I used to like to get their $1 Caesar salad and the junior bacon cheeseburger and the drink. But see, we did more of McDonald's dollar menu.
Yeah.
In college.
I ain't fucking McDonald's dollar menu.
McDonald's dollar menu, when it first started, used to be banging.
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's dollar menu, because they changed it. It's not called a dollar menu. I think it's like value menu now because the shit ain't a dollar no more.
Oh, they remind me, they had a funny Twitter too because the McChicken said, after y'all finish spending y'all money at Chick-fil-A, I'll be back to us McChicken.
Go.
Like,
Let me
Thursday sandwich.
And I was like,
now I did when I used to eat McDonald's. But that's a chicken patty. But they did have a real chicken sandwich. And
their chicken patty is just pressed together chicken parts, right?
Yeah, the McChicken is. Yeah. But they had a classic.
They got one now.
Okay.
It was good when I ate.
Let me just say for clarity.
Grill.
The chicken patty is just a giant, big ass chicken nugget.
Yeah, like you eat school lunch.
Yeah,
but
they got one now.
But it was $1 though.
It was $1, and I remember when it came out.
You
would
sit there and you
bunch
be
of
like
mayonnaise on it and that shredded lettuce.
Right. You already
know.
But
you asking them not to give it to you, they put it on there anyway.
Yeah.
But you were like,
you
gotta scrape that shit up.
But you eat by 2 of them and you be full of them motherfuckers.
And then
for
they
a
used to
while
have
and you be good.
the Big and Tasties.
The Big and Tasty.
Y'all remember the Big and Tasties?
Big and Tasty,
They had the Big and Tasties. And then of course they had the double cheeseburger.
We can't since we.
And then they put that $1, and let me tell you, I don't like tea, but for some reason, I guess I was in college, they put that large sweet tea on the dollar menu.
Killing it.
With that styrofoam cup keeping the cold all day. Oh man.
Big 40 ounce for $1, man.
They were trying to take y'all out this world. That's stuff is instant diabetes.
Look, I remember when they first came out with Biggie size. And you remember you used to go get back then, you know, all of the value meals were like $2.99. And you get them big size for like an extra 50 cents. So you go in that bitch for about $3.75 and you get you a Big Mac or a quarter pounder with the Biggie size fry and the Biggie drink. And I'm talking about they would give you a bucket of soda. And they would give you basically a bag of fries. And you just sitting there eating this shit and you leaning, you eat so much of this shit, you sideways. And man, that was a good day, boy.
That was a good life.
Man.
That was a good life.
$4 to fill your ass up.
Cause you know I didn't go to college, so I didn't have these like, I was so poor I had to eat off dollar menu every single day life shit. So I pretty much from getting out of high school about 17 till I was like 26, I was eating Wendy's almost every single day. I was eating it every day. I didn't start getting bougie taste for fast food till I met Shantae. I was eating Wendy's like every day. I didn't care. Give me a number 4, with a Biggie drink and some nuggets. Shit, nigga, I'm good.
I mean, really, the only fast food we eat is Chick-fil-A. That's what's really it.
When fast food got expensive is when I kind of changed my taste. Because, see, like back in the day, you remember, fast food used to be cheap as fuck. You used to go get that shit and you get full and you be... But now I'm like, man, I can go to Old Charlie's, Ruby Tuesdays, anywhere in the fast casual places and get a nice burger.
Giving up meals for $10.
And that's one of the reasons why fast food restaurants are doing so poorly. It's because people don't eat fast food like they used to. And people are generally more aware of how bad conscious of how bad fast food is. And if they're gonna spend the money, they're more willing to spend it on something I would spend, like, why would I spend $7
with you
at McDonald's when I can go and spend
$7,
$10 and go sit down at a restaurant. It's just slightly better than what you're doing.
Or I ain't even got to sit there.
Get a limited drink.
You can get it to go.
Yeah.
And just basically spend whatever the meal costs, like $10, and you get burger, fries.
You get a 2 for $20.
Yeah.
You know, cause shoot.
Yeah.
I'm getting 2 meals from Chick-fil-A cost you
$20.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and
at least you, if you have a problem with the lettuce, you can actually tell this waiter, hey bro, take this back, give me some real lettuce. Versus at McDonald's where you get
service.
Where you get, the shredded lettuce, and you like, bro, did y'all even put it in?
If you ever try to get something back at McDonald's, you might get fought. They might fight your ass. You ever been to the drive-thru McDonald's? Go ahead. Go.
They try to complain about them.
Wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. That's the going back to chicken sandwiches. That's the difference between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. The chicken sandwich, Popeyes chicken sandwich, chicken sandwich. This chicken sandwich, Popeye chicken sandwich, is more flavorful and delicious. But their customer service is miles apart. It's fucking piss poor. You go there, you're like, man, that little white girl at Chick-fil-A was super nice. It was bubbly. And this thing is like,
have you ever had the Chick-fil-A experience where like they gave you the number?
What number?
They will give you a number and you put it on your table and the lady will bring you your food.
Yes.
Go to Popeyes and try to get that type of service.
They were like, order 37 or order 30. I just sit here. I don't care. I'm moving on. I don't give a fuck if you ever get your food. I'm moving on. So, I mean, you went there 4 times, Jay?
Sandwiches, delicious. Like I told you, I went before I got built
That
up.
real.
I already knew what it was. When I seen somebody seen that piece of meat and thick as it was and the juices, and they told me they're gonna put real size pickles on this thing, not no baby pickles.
Not no baby. Real pickles. Okay. Because I'm making myself hungry. I'm hungry. But let me tell you something. That bread, the bread they use,
brioche bun?
It's like the bread got the brioche bun. It's buttery. They got like that. It's like crispy. Like most chicken sandwich, the bread can be like.
You know how you at house you grill the bread a little bit.
I'm so mad I didn't get one.
You get that breading that's like that gets soggy. This breading is like a piece of chicken.
Yeah. For anybody who is in the market, you need to buy stock right now in the parent company of Popeyes, cause when they bring the sandwich back, that shit gonna pop. You might want to sell it as soon as right after that, because that shit ain't gonna work out there.
It's funny because a lot of people were like, they talk about how Popeyes got almost $24 million in free advertising just from Twitter, just from people on Twitter talking about how delicious this chicken sandwich was and the buzz and all of this stuff.
You didn't have to run them.
Yeah, they really didn't run any ads for the chicken sandwich. Here's the thing. People are like, you need to spend that money and that time on black-owned businesses. And what I would like to say to them is that it was an accident. It was a happy accident. Right. Popeyes just had brand recognition and happened to make a delicious ass sandwich.
I guarantee that sandwich was intended to be for a limited time only.
Yeah, and
because I don't know if y'all know. Back when I lived in Maryland, they had a limited time where they were doing actually like wings, like drumettes and wingettes from Popeyes. And I used to tear it up. It was good. No. It was really good.
That's the thing about it is that like most of these companies, they spend a lot of money on research and development. That's the reason why Krispy Kreme is coming to Charlotte with their quote unquote corporate offices of moving from Winston-Salem to Charlotte, because they're going to have a test bakery built to the bottom of their building, and they're going to test out different donuts, which they're going to release to the other locations. Because like if you don't know about Krispy Kreme,
it's amazing.
It's amazing.
And face right now, you know he's addicted.
Yeah, oh man, Krispy Kreme has came out with lemon donuts. I had some. They came out with blueberry donuts, like blueberry glaze. I've got them.
And I don't know if y'all saw, but did you see they're building a 24-hour Krispy Kreme where they sell hot donuts? 24 hours all day.
That's what
New York and Times Square.
Ooh.
I'll run an old lady down.
They had to roll me down the street.
I'm so serious. So when it's hot,
yo,
I can't
There's
get
no
it.
way I can eat it.
have you ever been at the Krispy Kreme and you seen them on the hot conveyor belt, but you seen them go all the way to the end of the conveyor belt and fall in the trash and go mad?
yeah.
Oh man, you mad? You like, yo, bro,
Yo, get that sticker! Get that donut!
Yeah.
Kids was
No.
looking at me and I was just like, my mouth was just hanging open. And I had this surprise. They were like, Dad, what's wrong with you? It's okay. They're just going into the trash. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah.
have some good ass donuts.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm still sick.
Now, sometimes, see, I never had that.
We're not gonna
Here's the thing about
Now, are they
they cake
cake
though.
donuts?
They cake.
No, they're
the
yeast
yeast
donuts.
donuts? Okay.
But the thing about Shipley's is that like I would have to bring like if I bought some Shipley's, I would have to drive all the way here and give them to you then because if any amount of time lapses, it
They're
ain't
not
gonna work.
the same.
They're not the same. It's
I
like,
don't know what you're talking about. I can eat shit with 3 day old Shipley.
oh no, you can't,
That's-
bro.
that's one
After
thing.
a day of Shipley's is trash.
One of the things I do like about cake donuts is cake donuts bounce back way better
Yeah, like-
than yeast donuts.
Oh, like the best cake donut I ever had was Kroger sells a cake donut on the
The grocery store?
Yes, the grocery store sells a cake donut, and that shows you how bounce back cake donuts are. Is that like this Kroger cake donut is awesome.
Kroger.
Kroger,
The grocery store.
the grocery store,
I don't believe you.
legit. Look, now those donuts I can go get some and bring them back to you, and you'll be like, man, you were right. This is a good ass cake donut.
Okay. Okay.
Just-
I believe you. I believe you.
It's sold in the it's sold on the bread aisle.
I don't. Man, where is a Kroger? Is there
But
a
see,
Kroger?
That's not around here.
That's the thing.
I think the
nearest
new
Kroger-
in here or around Raleigh area.
Yeah, you would have to go to either Raleigh or you would have to go towards Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a few in the Raleigh area.
Like Harris Teeter, Kroger bought Harris Teeter, but for some odd reason, Harris Teeter hasn't gotten any of the advantages that Kroger has.
No.
And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Have you seen Harris Teeter's corporate office? It's the saddest shit you ever seen in your life.
It's over in Matthew.
Yeah. it's all
They
tied.
bought some land out here over the bridge in Lake Wiley
Yeah, by near the bus boy.
years ago, but it just never. They had a sign saying "Future
Yeah.
Home of Harris Teeter Corporate Office," but it never.
And not long after that, they ended up getting bought, and I guess that
But
must have
yeah, they
been
got
too
bought by
much.
Kroger.
Mm-hmm.
And so like me, I tell anybody Kroger is my favorite grocery store, but that's just because I grew up with it. But also Kroger has a real sale. So like, you know, some of these other grocery stores will have sales, but Kroger has a real sale. Like for instance, I used to go and buy store brand Big K soda for like $2 a 12 pack.
That was Winn Dixie.
Yeah, just like
Oh.
Check soda.
check sodas, yeah, same thing. I used to buy check soda. So you would go with about $10 to get you 5 12 packs. Yo, you said you good.
We used to have the big 60 cookies you could buy.
Oh,
I miss Winn Dixie.
You could,
Yeah,
you
we
could
had-
buy chips for like $2.
Yeah,
Like
we used
Lay's.
to have Winn Dixie in I'm from Goldsboro, which is the country, but they went. I think
They went out of business.
no,
But
they're
they ain't got
still, no,
business.
Dixie
They moved out
still
they moved out the
Florida.
area. They moved out the area.
They're still in the Florida area. Just like I don't know if you guys know about Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh is good too, but our Farm Fresh went out of business when I was really young. But they're still in like the Tidewater area where Dave is. Shout out to Dave. They're in that area, but I mean, in Charlotte, we have a lot of Harris Teeters because
That's what's local here.
we have a lot of food lines
Oh.
because Salisbury is 45 minutes down the street. You know,
So we don't get the
A lot of
Yeah.
Aldi's, a lot of Publix.
Yeah,
a lot
the
of
Publix is starting to make, and see, Publix doesn't have a
Well, see,
big.
what happened with Publix is because Publix is a more higher end grocery
like
store.
Like the Chick-fil-A.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love Publix customer service. They are very nice.
And-
Harris Teeters.
So everything in there is all
similar.
Yeah, and Publix will do a good job.
but
of
they'll
putting out
carry
the
your
nice
groceries
food.
out to your car.
Yeah,
Publix.
they'll carry your groceries. They'll put out the nice fruit. They'll, if you ask them for anything, they'll help you with it.
And they'll show you where it is.
Yeah.
They'll be
And
like,
Publix actually have
where's
people
that at?
cooking and sampling stuff. You sometimes you go and say, that smells good. What is
Yeah,
that?
the lady back
You
there
know,
cooking.
Harris Teeter, they'll just have like some cheese and ham or fruit
well,
or
see,
something.
the
You
funny-
can get with a toothpick.
The funny thing was is when Harris Teeter moved, when Publix moved into the area, Harris Teeter had to step up their game. And that's the reason why a lot of Harris Teeters in this area sell pizza. They had, they do the pizza bar. They upgraded all their salad bars, the olive bars.
And I
wing
know
bars,
the one in
all that kind of stuff.
Valentine has a wine bar.
Yeah, they actually upgraded all that kind of stuff
but
when
I mean,
Publix came to the area.
It's Valentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the Amazon grocery store? What is it called?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Y'all been in there?
Man, the
Yeah.
quality when Amazon bought them, the quality of the grocery stores went to shit. I mean shit.
Why you say that?
It is not the
Maybe
same.
because
Like
the
it's
people out on the
well,
Whole
I don't
Foods.
know.
Their hot bar is amazing, but it
Used to
seems
be-
like
it used to be amazing.
it seemed like it used to be amazing. But the past few times, we used to like to go to one in South. We used to go to the one in South Park, and that was the only one. Then we started going out to the one in Waverly.
Where y'all at?
But they don't serve the same things, so
And the quality is like
yeah.
it went from like, oh, this is delicious to like, what the fuck is this?
Well, see, that's
Five the shelf.
But that's Amazon's motto. Amazon basically they come in, they try to drive down prices.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they even want a brick and mortar location is because Amazon knows that they have basically exhausted all that they can out of online retailing. And
I mean,
they
you're the number one
need to-
on-time retailer.
Yeah,
What
so
else
they
can you do?
need to attack brick and mortar.
And you know what?
That's
What's
the reason
crazy?
why I
they don't
heard-
make their money but they make their money from online retailing. But the way they make their real money maker is cloud computing. That makes more money than all their online retail.
And I've heard that there's a rumor out there that Amazon is going to buy a health insurer and a pharmacy.
The fuck?
Yes.
Might as well.
Because they are going
Why
to
not?
go into healthcare and they're going to
Them niggas
Drugs.
is a legit modern day robber baron. I mean, like where you are like
They are
own
a
the
monopoly.
entire like I own the steel, I own the railroad, I own everything in between getting my stuff to you. Like Amazon was like, I'm tired of dealing with UPS and the Postal Service and FedEx. I'm gonna make my own shit and deliver it and force you to deliver it to you.
And I've heard rumors, but I don't know how legit these are, that Amazon may even buy a retailer, kind of like Kohl's or JCPenney or something like that.
You know, they already work with Kohl's.
Yeah, they already work with Kohl's. That's why I'm like, they're gonna buy at some point a retailer just to have another outlet to get you shit.
I feel like it's exactly how you overextend yourself. I feel like it's exactly how you overextend. We're gonna look at Martin Sears. looking sad. You ever been to Kmart recently? You ever been to Sears recently? Like the one you can find one?
Serious.
Most
The
of them.
saddest place on earth. We went to that one in Key West, and the Kmart in Key West. The only reason it survives is because it's one of the few places where you can get shit. Ain't no Walmarts there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the island is only 2x4, so real estate there is at prime.
Not that.
And they were like, we making money off this.
Yeah. And we making money, and it still sucks. Like you going, you're like, what the fuck? This is like you got these people captive, and this place is still
it's their
horrible.
Target, it's their Walmart, Kmart. So we
Yeah.
were like, where's the Walmart? Where's the Kmart? Where's the Target? Where's the Walmart?
None. Kmart. You go in there, you're like, oh, this is horrible.
I went into the Kmart that we had here before all of them closed down, and I was just saddened by it. I'm like, have you ever walked into a store and just been sad? Like, I can't even think about what I'm buying. I'm just sad.
Yeah. You go in there, it's like dimly lit, and there's cracks in the floors. You like, smells like old people. You're like, what the
Like,
fuck is
John,
going on?
y'all don't want my money.
Why is this like this?
Only reason why I'm in here is because y'all selling me a $50 bike.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh, you
like,
you had TVs on sale.
like y'all selling me some shit on discount, so I'm here. But like,
Yeah.
dang, I ain't coming. Don't point me to nothing else. Just give me that and let me go.
Yeah. Anywho, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're talking for an hour, like a legit hour,
About bullshit.
about some bullshit. It's actually gonna be a good podcast.
I
Full
think
of
motherfuckers listen.
full of bullshit. Full of bullshit. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead, stop this right here, and then we'll move on and bang out this other one, so I can eat. Nigga, hungry. Shit.
Yo, bro, you seeking pizza, man? I'm hungry. Motherfucker.
You want pizza?
Yeah, what we order.
If you listening, you niggas ain't getting pizza.
Yeah, y'all niggas ain't getting pizza because it's gonna be off sale by the time. You know, we got the 50% off sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now.
We got
right
Domino's, we got Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Hey, I always get Pizza Hut stuffed crust when it's 50% off.
now. Anyway,
Cause
peace
that's the
out.
only reason why I do it.
We got sick off of that,
Yeah.
and we have not had. Oh my God, this was probably about 10 years ago. He got sick off of it. We were eating it, and he was like,
That damn stuff crust.
he said, my stomach ain't right.
Here's-
He went to the bedroom,
And
wow, eating it.
here's the thing about stuffed crust. You have to eat it when it's hot. So when you first pick it up and you get it, you gotta eat
I
it.
didn't realize that the stuffed crust was a different consistency from the rest of the cheese. I thought it was the
It's
same
like a
cheese.
mozzarella stick.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
mozzarella
basically.
stick,
So
know.
you know, if you ever had mozzarella sticks, if you eat mozzarella sticks hot, you're good. If you let any time lapse between when you pull it out that grease, drop it on that napkin, and you let too much time pass, oh, it's no go.
I don't really fuck with Pizza Hut anyway.
Yeah, we don't either.
But like on
And
the
of course, we
I'm
boycott
gonna get
Papa
I'm
John's.
gonna get this.
I
this
started back
Domino's.
eating once they
well, Papa
once the
John
dude
don't
took
have
what's it
they
called.
don't. You know, at
Yeah, I
one
thought
point in
you
time,
was talking crazy.
Yeah, when you
at
start,
one point in
I
time,
ain't had
Papa
Papa John's
John's.
for like a year.
Ooh, I got
And
free
it
pizza.
was like what, maybe 6 months
With Domino's?
ago.
I probably got
we
one
finally
too.
started back eating Papa John, and I still don't eat like I used to. I just like every blue moon.
Yeah, and see, when we lived on the east side, Papa John's was down the street. So when we had pizza, that's what we got, Papa John's. We moved to this side of town. See, because we didn't know y'all when we lived on the east side. When we moved to this side of town to the apartment,
Y'all
The-
should be happy too. You
the-
like, who these poor ass niggas?
there was, it's a Luigi's. They do like,
Stayed on the east side.
they do like
East side of Matthews.
New York. They do like New York style pizza.
Yeah.
So that's like when we ordered pizza from.
Well, see, I tried a bunch of different pizza places because you know they sent.
Cheap.
You know how
Y'all ain't found
when you
what
move
you
into
call
a new
it?
place.
Local spot y'all like.
The Luigi's.
Luigi's.
We've been to
We've been to
Empire,
Luigi's.
Enrico's.
Yeah, Rico.
We got. I like this little spot called Juliana's Pizza,
I've had that before.
and
Is it near you guys?
Yeah,
It's in Matthews, but it's about 10-15.
it's actually in Charlotte. It's like right past. You know Monroe Road where the food line is, right there before you get the Family Dollar corporate office.
Over there by the Walmart or Sardis.
Okay.
Oh, right beside. Oh, I thought you were talking about Tony's because you know Tony's is right beside the corporate office.
Tony's is okay, but
I mean,
Juliana's
used
is
to tell
better.
Tony's up.